Sorry, guys. I was kind of waiting a little bit for the broadcast for some people to come in. I'm ready to go now. And plus, I was getting my thoughts together here because what I want to talk about today is what's up, guys. Welcome in. I'm all look, what is it, 5 minutes in, and I'm finally here. But here's the thing: who is Coach Prime's number one quarterback for Colorado? Colorado Buffaloes. Uncertainty in Boulder. That's my title today. And the reason why I wanted to wait a little bit, because I don't want people to misconstrue my words here, what I'm about to say. Hey, Kimberly Nash Williams, thank you for joining. Sorry, I'm a little late. Beast Reincarnated, Contextual Precision. Brock Williams, how you doing? Sorry, I'm a little bit late, but I'm here. I should have kind of worked out these technical difficulties before I went live, but who is Coach Prime's number one quarterback for Colorado Buffaloes? Uncertainty in Boulder. Now, why do I say that? This last game against Delaware, it proves that they were uncertain at that quarterback position. Okay. They were not uncertain the last 2 years because they had Shador. Okay, so they were not uncertain at that quarterback position. They were not uncertain at that quarterback position, but they're uncertain now. Now, they should not be uncertain at that quarterback position, but we know now, I guess in training camp, they were uncertain. But more than likely, Caden Salter, they paid him a bag. And I'm about to tell you some things that I saw at the game behind the scenes. Even though I wasn't there, you might as well say I was, because there were some people that I want to give a shout out later that had some good behind the scenes footage, and I caught something. I saw Caden Salter. He was talking to his family at the end of the game. You know how when the players are leaving to go to their cars, I saw it, and I saw the look on his face. The look on his face told the story. And shout out to that guy. I'm gonna find his channel later, and I'm gonna give you his channel because at the games he's there every game, and he gets really behind the scene footage when they come out of the to go to their cars and stuff like that. So he actually caught something. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So, and then also Uncle Neely just posted a video on his channel behind the scenes, and I also caught something. So that's what I'm going to share with you. They have some uncertainty up there, and they shouldn't have. But see, here's the thing. This is what happens when you bring on a quarterback. You don't know how he's going to fare in your system. You really don't know. Caden Salter, he's not a bad quarterback. It might be a situation where he's not fully comfortable in the system. And we also heard a few things. There's a few indicators that we heard. We heard that when Staub was told on this Friday before the game that he's going to play. He was told this. Like, get prepared to play. Yes, you're the third string, but you're going to play this game. He was told this Friday. This was a day before he was told. Well, they had a game. What was their game? Friday or Saturday? No, they had a Saturday game. He was told Friday before the game that he was going to start. I mean, not start, but he was going to get some significant playing time. Okay. They were told they were going to get 2 series apiece, but we know it didn't work out that way because Staub got him a few more extra because he was doing really well. Here's the situation though. Salter wasn't doing that bad. He was cut short because when he was taking out the game, he was not having a bad game. Yes, he did miss a pass. Like Shannon Sharp said, he said those passes that he's missing, those wide open passes, he said quarterbacks supposed to throw those in their sleep. So he did miss those passes, but however, he did run for a touchdown. But again, there's something that I'm not seeing that the coaches are seeing, right? Because I'm not privy to going to the practices every day. So there's something there that they're seeing that they're losing patience on that I'm not seeing. Only thing I saw was that he had a decent game before they took him out. Now, when he went back in the game, not so good. Now, when okay, so let's go back. So they gave him a bag. I'm assuming they gave him a bag. So with the climate of college football right now, more than likely they gave him a bag to come there. Okay, I don't know how much. I don't want to get into that, but you want some return on your investment. Okay, you want some return on your investment. If they give you some money, they want some return on it. Okay, that's the nature. If you're going to get paid to play football, it's professional. I consider them professional now. So if you want to get paid, you got to take the good with the bad when it comes to getting paid. Because NFL is what have you done for me lately? If you start playing bad, they ready to cut you. They ready to get rid of you. They ready to start calling you a bust. All types of stuff, right? This is the climate of the NBA. I mean, NBA too and NFL. It's really NFL is really bad. You're a piece of meat in the NFL. That's what they treat you as. They own you. You're a piece of meat. Once you stop producing, they send you out to pasture. And they don't give a damn if you're broke. College is almost turning into that because if they're paying you, they want you to go out there and get the job done. Now, if they feel like he's not getting the job done, that's what they feel like. Because if they felt like he was getting the job done, there would be no question on who the starter is. There's no question who the starter is in Michigan, even though he's a freshman. There's no question of it. He's the starter. Bryce Underwood. There's no question about it. I don't care if he make mistakes, and he has been making mistakes. They still go with him as the freshman. I mean, the starter. There's no question who's the starter is at the University of Texas. Even though he made some mistakes, we clowned him his first week. They did not bench him. There's no question that he's the starter. There's no question about it. At the University of Alabama, there's no question on who the starter is, even though they lost their first game. There's no question about who's the starter. None. No question. They're going to win or lose with them. In Boulder, they don't have that luxury. They don't have that right now. They don't know who the starter is. Now, you might say, well, Max Staub is the starter. Well, if Staub was going to be the starter, he would have been the starter from game one. He would have been the starter from game one, even though they brought in Salter. If Staub is the one that's getting the job done, you go with him. But they didn't go with him. So that means it's on the coaches. That's what that means. Staub did not just start playing well yesterday. No, he did not. He played well against Utah, but they did not give him his opportunity. This is on the coaches. This whole quarterback situation is the coach's fault. It's not the kids. I'm being real with you. I'm not gonna kumbaya you here, and I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm calling it how I see it. He did not just mysteriously start playing well. He'd been learning under Shador for the past 2 years, and they did not reward him. This is on the coaches. This is not on Salter. So I don't want nobody blaming these kids. And I don't want no and coach, I know he had a speech one time. He said, I need to take some check, something about I'm paying you. Listen, coach, this is on y'all. This is on y'all. That's why even coach said, I'm not saying anything wrong. Coach said it. He said, this is on me. That's what he said. Why you think he's saying that? I know he's like, damn, he got to be feeling a certain type of way. Like, damn, this kid has been here for the past 2 years, going on his third season. He's learned under Shador. He played well at Utah. We did not give him his opportunity. We looked past him and went and recruited somebody else. Now, it's okay to recruit people because they recruited a freshman because Staub is not a freshman. So you got to recruit freshmen to come in. But you got to reward the guy with his opportunity and reward him with that starting position. He earned it. They did not do that. That's why they're in this position now. This is karma on the coaches. I'm just telling you this. So when the coaches are sitting here, see, coach, I could tell that he knows this because the way he's saying it, he's like, yo, this is on me. This one was on me. This one was on me. Now, I don't know who it's on. Like, I know he's the head coach, but don't you have a quarterbacks coach? Don't you have an offensive coordinator? Don't you have a general manager of the team? It's on all of them. This is actually on all of them. This is on all of them. In a society where we're watching Shador right now Shador is not getting rewarded for his hard work. The same thing happened in Boulder, man. This is kind of crazy that this is happening. This is almost like a reverse going on here. We said I mean we're complaining about Cleveland not rewarding that kid for his hard work. They're not rewarding Staub for his hard work. It's the same shit, man. I mean, he has learned under Shador for 2 years. Um, he had a good game at Colorado. Even Coach Prime said if he got my blessing to transfer on. No, he wasn't supposed to say that. No, he ain't transferring. This is my guy. They didn't really want him anyway. That's what they're saying. And now they look in a certain type of way because they overlooked this kid. This kid is not a bad quarterback. He didn't just mysteriously start playing well in that game. He's been doing it. In fact, they said it in the game. Staub has been doing this. That's what Rashad said. I watched closely to everything that they were doing. He said because one of the new football players on the team, I think he's like an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. He kind of looked like Jeff Saturday. I don't know his name. He looks just like Jeff Saturday. I don't know his name. But he was patting Staub before Staub went in the game. He said, all right, man, you could do this. You could do this. And then Rashad said, no, he been doing this. Okay, so if he been doing this, how come he's not QB1? You didn't have to pay Salter this bag to come in here. You have Staub, you have Juju, and you have Ponder. You have enough quarterbacks. You already have the quarterbacks already. But see, the thing is, somehow somebody in that organization wasn't sure about Staub. That's what it was. And they felt as though, all right, we need to bring in somebody else. So they brought in Salter. No, guys, y'all need to start Salter. If y'all paid him the bag, he needs to be the starter. This is on y'all now. This on y'all. This on y'all. Now, why do I say it's on the coaches? Because it might be the play scheme. You need to maybe draw up plays that suit his game. Oh well, if his game don't suit the wide receivers, oh well. Y'all knew this going in there. Y'all knew he was primarily a runner when you recruited him. He was primarily a runner. He is a running quarterback. So and what happens when what happens when I'm not saying anything wrong, because watch this. What happens if Salter run for 180 yards in a game? It's going to hurt the receivers, isn't it? They knew this going in. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you something. What was the most yards he had in a game? I'm about to show you because they knew this going in. Hold on one second. All right, let's see something real quick. I had this. His single game rushing high was 165 yards. He achieved this in 2023 Conference USA Championship game where Liberty won 49-35 over New Mexico State. This kid rushed for 165 yards in that game. Okay? That's why they won the game. I went back and saw the game. I had to do the history on this kid before I had went live. I got to do the history real quick because I got to figure out what type of quarterback this is. This is not Shador. If they not definitely wasn't replacing Shador here. If you're going to replace Shador, more traditionally, that's the freshman that they have right now, and they have the quarterback that's already been there. But Salter was recruited, I believe, for his running. So they recruit a quarterback that ran for his game high was 165 yards. So guess what? If they want to have some success under Salter, he's going to have to run. So he might run for 100 yards in a game, but that's going to hurt the receivers because they're not going to get. That's going to be less opportunity on the receivers. I noticed something in the game. He runs to his right. When you run into your light, when you run into your right, somebody told me because I had to go inquire with somebody that was a quarterback because I never played the quarterback position. When you run into your right, it's sacrilegious to throw against the throw to your left, to throw against where you're running. He said because you're opening yourself up for interceptions and everything else. He said it's just not a rule of thumb unless you're Aaron Rodgers or Michael Vick or somebody like that, or the kid up at Washington right now with I know they used to. Well, I don't know what the hell the general with Commanders with the Commanders should say the Redskins, man, with the Commanders. Um, unless you Jaden Daniels, you could do that, or unless you the kid from Baltimore, you could do that. Unless you the kid from the one that what's the one that won the MVP, Josh Daniels. Unless you somebody like that, you more than likely could do this. But if you're gonna win with Salter, you're gonna have to win with his legs. You're gonna have to win with his legs, man. You're gonna have to win with his legs, and that's his weapon. His weapon is his legs. I know he's trying to be in a system where he's trying to use his arm. He can use his arm. He does have arm, but he's primarily a runner. You got to have more options for him. He's like an option quarterback. That's what he is. They're trying to turn an option quarterback into something else. So that's why Coach Prime said, "Man, all this is on me, man." Well, is it really though? Is it really? Because I know he's the head coach. Usually things fall on the head coach, but don't you got a quarterback coach? Why is it all on him? It can't be all on him. He's not the quarterback coach. He's not the quarterback coach. He gotta get advice from somebody, right? He has to get advice from somebody. It's no coach. It's not all on you. It's not. But he's saying that because ultimately he's the head coach, right? So all the blame. I don't believe in all the blame. I mean, you got a staff for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You got a staff. This should correct it. I did 2 weeks, 14 days. So the spamming should stop now. Um, I really just want to get my a point across. I'm being attacked on here, and I found out one of the content creators that was attacking me, he got demonetized. It was one that was attacking me, and it wasn't nobody you guys know about. This is a content creator from another sector. Um, he got demonetized recently, and I got an email. Well, no, I got a response on X account from YouTube about it, and it came back to his IP address. So he can't he got demonetized, and he wasn't even in a Coach Prime sector. You know, when we talk about Colorado, he wasn't even in that. He was one of these people that I ran into at the Diddy trial because I was at. If y'all don't know, I was at the Diddy trial live, and it was that guy, and all his pages got demonetized. He just recently started a new one, but that's getting ready to get demonetized now because I reported it. But I believe that he's the one that's still doing this spamming. He's sending bots my way. That's what it was. There was actually a report done that more than 50% of the traffic are bots. Did y'all know that? You guys that are talking, you are human. You're a human. But the majority of the traffic that we're seeing are bots. It's crazy. It's a study that was done on it. And YouTube is trying to correct it. That's why overall a lot of people views are down right now. They're trying to kill all these bots. And you know how people are saying, damn, people are unsubscribing from my page and it's a glitch going on. No, it's not a glitch. They're unsubscribing bots from your page. Because if you look every month, if a content creator looks every month on his page, he's going to see at least I saw in 1 month, I saw at least for me like 500-600 that was unsubscribed. That those are bots. Some could be regular people too, but most of them are bots. So I just want to tell y'all that what's going on, why you seeing all the spamming in other people channels. It's people that's doing it. So just to let you know. And for some reason I'm getting targeted. So anyway, let's get back to the quarterback position here. I want to tell y'all that real quick while you see all the spamming going on and why I have to make it subscriber only. That's why I do that. All right. So it's not all on Coach Prime, man. It's not, because he got coaches for a reason. He has an offensive coordinator for a reason that's supposed to give him the real deal. He's supposed to tell him what's really going on here. Coach Prime is not in that quarterback room. He's a head coach. The head coach don't need to be in the quarterback room unless he want to come in there and see what's going on. But you got a quarterback room for a reason, a quarterback coach for a reason. You have an offensive coordinator that's supposed to draft up plays that quarterback is comfortable with. You know how I know they do that? Because they did it with Staub. Remember what Staub said? He said that he changed some plays around. He went to the offensive coordinator and said, "Hey, I like this play. I like this play." Now, my question was, did Salter do the same thing? That's my question. They didn't answer that, because a lot of these reporters that's up there right now, they're scared to ask Coach Prime questions. Oh, I'm be real in this chat. They are. They're scared to ask him real questions. My question to him would be is, Coach Prime, I have two-part questions for you. Number one, was Salter given the leeway to change plays like Staub? And it's a yes or no, and it's a yes or no question, Coach. That's what I would say to him. If he would say yeah, I'm like, okay. Um, are you guys drafting up plays 100% to match his playing style? Are y'all doing that? Because right now we're seeing you're not. Because he's like an option quarterback. Even though the option in college, I mean, they really kill that option now. They kill the option. That's a thing in the past, really. I'm just thinking about that. That's almost like a thing in the past. But that's really what he was doing at Liberty. He was running it. Now in the Power Five, I mean, Georgia Tech, they're not in the Power Five, but Georgia Tech was successful in doing that. Like how we wanted Salter to do, that's what the Georgia Tech quarterback was doing. And I know they want him to run, because when Bucky in the first game, I could hear Bucky saying, "Yo, run it, run it, run it." I could hear him saying that. They want him to run this ball. You know what I'm saying? To have more of a ground attack, more 100% ground attack, because they have the running backs. The running backs are doing their thing. But then the wide receivers, they got to eat too, though. So it's not really a balanced attack yet. Now, is that on the offensive coordinator? Yes or no? That got to be on the offensive coordinator at this point. Did you hear some of the fans? They're saying fire Schumer in the stands. I mean, not Schumer. What's his name? What's the offensive coordinator name? They were. I said Schumer. What is his name, y'all? They said they were chanting fire him. Now, there's some people in them stands that really know football. There's some former players in them stands. Schumer. There's some players. There's some former players in them stands. Just because there's no, I'm just want to say this. Like, I know the team know this, but I'm just want to let you guys know, if you don't know, football wasn't just invented in y'all when y'all were born. There's different levels of fans that's watching you in them stands. Some are former players. Some has a really good knowledge of the game. They see what's going on. They see what's going on. You guys are predictable. So is that on the offensive coordinator? Yes or no? That's on the offensive coordinator. I understand, coach is trying to take the blame here, but hey, man, you're not the offensive coordinator. Coach, you're not the offensive coordinator. Okay. Now, that offensive coordinator was supposed to give him advice on who hey man, Staub is working better in our system right now. He's really working better in our system. I don't think they could tell him that because they already paid what's his name a bag. I think they're afraid to tell him. Yeah, I saw it with Ashanti Samuel when he broke down how predictable the bubble screen is. I watched Ashanti Samuel. That's why I was like, yo, I got some education on that. And that's Ashanti Samuel. So now my question is if Ashanti Samuel saying the bubble screen is that predictive, why they running it? Is it possible somebody's afraid to tell Coach Prime what the real deal is here? He can't get the ball down the field, so we gotta run this. Well, Coach Staub could do it. Well, what do you mean stop? I mean, we paid this dude. Nah, Coach Staub could do it. You paid me to be a coach for a reason. I'm telling you, I'm being 100 with you. He needs somebody up there to be 100 with him, yo. That's what he need, yo. Because if somebody was 100 with him, they would tell him that the other quarterback is really the real deal here. You don't just start saying in the game. You don't say in the game, because I heard Rashad say it. You don't say in the game, he been doing this. No, you don't say that. That don't sound right. Because if he been doing it, how come you're not starting him? You see what I'm saying? How come you're not starting him if he true to this, he been doing this? If he been doing it, start him. Okay, you paid the other dude the bag, but he not cutting the mustard. And the reason why he not cutting the mustard is not his fault. It's that you got to tailor plays for his style of play. Or maybe his style of play is not cutting the mustard at the Power 5 level. It's not going to cut the mustard. It could cut the mustard at Liberty because he was playing lesser competition, but it ain't going to cut the mustard in the Power 5 level. Have you ever thought about that? Staub was good enough to you ever thought about this? Staub, how good enough a quarterback was he to get recruited to the Power 5 level? He had to have been good. He had to have some type of skill set to be recruited to a Power 5 school. Okay? So he had to have some type of level of talent. And also he worked under Shador for 2 years. You don't think he learned something from Shador? But what they did was they were supposed, like I said, they were supposed to recruit a freshman. Yeah, Salter spent 4 years below Power 5. There's really levels to this game. It really is. You know what somebody told me? I'm going to say this real quick. I don't care if you start off at a JUCO. He said once you get to the college level, if you start out at a JUCO, somebody is going to find you because that's the recruiter's job. The top recruiters will find you on Mars. That's what somebody told me. The number one recruiter, there's I forget his name. There's a guy, he's the number one recruiter in college football. He will literally find you on Mars. I forget his name. Somebody gonna tell his name in a second. He's the number one recruiter in the country. And nobody know his name really. But they said if you're good, he will literally find you on Mars. That's how good he is. So it once you get to that level, if you're really that good, somebody on the Power 5 is gonna find you. Somebody's gonna find you. But then again, you might say, well, there's not a lot of jobs available in the Power 5. That's true. It's not. So there are some people that fall between the cracks. Salter could have been one of them. But the thing is, are they 100% tailoring plays to his skill level? Because maybe he's second guessing it while he's not running like he's supposed to. He could be second guessing it because he getting the play call in his ear, isn't he? How come he not allowed to throw audibles? How come he not allowed to change it up if he need to? Does he getting the call? Because I can hear him covering his ear. He's getting the call in his ear on that headset. But dude, if you have a lot of space and you could have ran for 40 or 50 yards, just go ahead and run it. But are they telling him to throw it on this play? I don't know. It looks like he's not comfortable. But Staub said that he said, I like this play, I like this play, and I like this play. It seemed like the offensive coordinator is more comfortable with Staub. If that's the case, he should have told Coach Prime this, and he should have been the starter. But I'm gonna tell you something: they can't do this against Houston. Whoever their starter is gonna be, their starter is gonna be. If they still uncertain, they're gonna lose against Houston. I'm just telling y'all this. I'm being real with you. They're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose the game if they're still uncertain. And it's okay if they're uncertain. They just say they just ain't got their quarterback yet. And that's just what it is. Sometimes, because I told you guys, this is still a rebuilding season. I know people are talking about conference championship and stuff like that. But whoa, hold on a second now. Well, we can't talk about conference championship yet until they get their quarterback down. They don't have the quarterback down yet. Now, some people are saying that it's Staub. Well, is it really Staub? If it was Staub, it should have been Staub from the beginning. But I do understand that you pay a kid a bag, you got to go with that kid. And also, it's the kid's last season. But sometimes that happens when a kid comes in, maybe he needs the red shirt. The reason why I say he might need the red shirt, maybe he don't know the system 100% yet. He just got there. You mean to tell me you're gonna learn a whole system in one session, in one summer session? I don't know how that works. You're gonna learn the whole system like that? Staub has been in the system for 3 years now. He knows the system. He knows the system. That's why he's able to change plays. Hello. That's why he's able to change plays because he knows the system. That's who you go with. Unless you got a freshman that's 100% killing it, like Bryce Underwood, they don't have that yet. They don't have a Bryce Underwood. If so, this freshman would have been starting. There's no question that Bryce Underwood is starting. There's no question. I don't care if he's making all kind of mistakes. There's no question that he's a starter. And we know Arch Manning made all type of mistakes. He's still starting though. There's no question. Here is questionable on who the starter is, and I believe it's on the coaches. It has to be because you knew in training camp what you got. You know that in training camp, if because you guys are admitting it. You're saying that Staub has been doing this. If he'd been doing it, he should have been a starter. He should have been a starter. Yeah, he can red shirt. Salter can red shirt. Yes, he can. Because if it's a situation where he about to lose his position, this his last go at it, guys. He don't have no more eligibility. This is it for him. So he might want a red shirt because maybe he don't know the system 100% or he not comfortable yet. It might take him another year. I'm not telling him to leave, but it might. You said, do you think Fields of the New Jersey Nets should for a first down? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me hold on. Let me time out for a second. Second guessing, do you think Fields of the New Jersey Nets should have run for the first down? Fields has a lot of room to run, but he threw the ball. The receiver was hit and he dropped the ball. That's different. But Fields don't play for the New Jersey Nets. You trolling. I believe you trolling. I'm gonna give you a little time to clear it up. If not, you trolling. Because you talking about Justin Fields? He don't play for the New Jersey Nets. All right, so here's the thing. So he talking about a whole nother game here. And he got it wrong. I know he meant the Jets. Yeah, but there's no question that Fields is a starter. There's no question about it. So that still don't make no sense. But I think I know what he meant. He meant the let me just stop being an ass. He meant the New Jersey. He meant the New York Jets. And but see, the thing is, there's no question that Justin Fields is a starter. Now, maybe in that situation, maybe Justin Fields should have ran the ball, but no, he passed it, but the guy dropped it. This is not the same thing. In this situation, he overthrew a receiver and missed the pass. It's totally different situation. That wasn't a drop pass. He missed the pass. And that's what the coaches are saying. So the coach is like, damn, sometimes you don't know what a kid is going to do until he gets in your system. He may have did all these good things at Liberty, but you really don't know what you're going to get until the game. You'll see him in practice, but practice is one thing. You got to wait until the lights come on. Then you're really going to see what you get. But guess what? We already saw it at the spring game. We already saw it. We already saw what you had. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at the spring game. So we already saw it, but we saw that your third year quarterback was really your guy. We saw that already. But the spring game is the spring game. You're not really gonna, but he didn't look so good in the spring game. I'm just telling you this. He didn't. You said I don't like Salter's nervous energy. Well, it could be that he's not comfortable with the system yet. You need time to get comfortable with the system. It might that he's not comfortable yet with the system, and it takes a while. Maybe he should redshirt. No, it was Coach Prime that adjusted this. He fixed it. It was Coach that fixed it. His coaches did not fix this. Coach Prime fixed it. You know how hard that is to bench a kid, and then you just brought him there, and it's his last season. Do you know how hard that was for him to do that? But I like how he did it. He said, "Look, I'm gonna play all three of you, and we're gonna see under the lights who prevails." Coach Prime already knew who was gonna prevail. He already knew. He already knew. Sometime, but the thing was, it took Coach to do that. I like that plan that he came up with because you had to do it against Delaware. That was the only way you're gonna do it. He did it against Delaware. That was a good plan. But the thing is, it's hard to tell your guy, I gotta sit you. I can't play you. You're not cutting the mustard. That's a hard thing to do. But here's one caveat to this. When they took Salter out, he wasn't doing bad. He wasn't doing bad, and they didn't give him enough time. Even though they said it going in, he already knew this going in that he was only going to get 2 or 3 series. So Salter knew this going in. But guess what? When you know you only got 2, 3 series to do your thing, you're going to mess up because you're nervous. It's still on the coaches. This is still on the coaches, man. They created a hostile situation. Now I know what y'all saying. Well, if you a dog gonna show up in a hostile situation. Well, the fact of the matter is, we're still human. Do you know how much pressure that is, guys? You in a home game, okay? Knowing that you only got 2 or 3 series, and the next two guys is gonna go up, and the best man win. So you're not gonna be playing relaxed, even though Staub did, but Staub didn't have nothing to lose. You know why? He was a third string anyway. So he ain't had nothing to lose. He ain't have nothing to lose. He had everything to gain. He had nothing to lose. He just went out, relaxed, and went out and did his thing because he's been there. And he also has an advantage over the other two quarterbacks. You know what his advantage is? He was with Shador for 2 years and he learned the system. It takes about 2 years anyway to get that down anyway with Pat Schumer's system. It's a very complex system. It's an NFL system. Even though them bubble screens and stuff like that, he might be doing that because of the level of the quarterback. He might be. And it's easier for the quarterback to understand it, maybe. Or they calling for him to run the ball. Like if you see the opening, run it. No, I mean, well, it worked against Georgia Tech, got their thing going. It worked against them because they were running the ball and they were very successful doing it. I think we could have did the same thing and beat Virginia. I mean, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, they left money on the field. They could have beat them. You could have beat them with Salter legs alone. But here's the thing: the running backs got to eat too, and the receivers. It's a lot of pressure on Salter that second game because he knew he was only going to get 2 or 3 series, right? And he knew Juju was going to come in, and he knew Staub was going to come in. He see how Staub practiced. He knew Staub was well established. He knew that already looking at him. He knew Staub learned under Shador because it shows. And guess what else happened in that game? They started booing him. Thank you, IV4 for the blessing. You said Dion expects Salter to be Shador, not fair. No, he don't expect that. He expect him to do what he is supposed to do, if that makes sense. He expect him to be him. Thank you for the blessing. He expect. Let me leave it up for a second. He expect him. He don't expect him to be Shador. He expect him to be him. If that makes sense. You said no, he does. What do y'all think? Y'all leave it in the comment. Let me see y'all thoughts. What do y'all think? I don't think he expect him to be Shador. He expect him to be him. You said the receivers are happier with Stop. Yeah, because he getting it down the field. He not running it like crazy. Because if he run it like crazy, I told you his most rushing yardage for a game is 160 yards. So somebody on the receiver corp is not going to eat if he running for 160 yards. Somebody not eating. So, but coach had to step in and he came up with a really good plan. But the problem is his plan, you got to be you got to be real you got to really have tough skin to really survive in that pressure situation. You know you only got 2 or 3 series and you got Juju behind you. Okay? You got a true freshman behind you and you also got Staub behind that. That creates a lot of pressure. Now, I know what the coach is going to say, nah, Max, we paying him. Pressure might bust pipes, but at a certain amount of pressure, you can make diamonds. That's what somebody told me. I said, pressure bust pipes. They said, yeah, but under the right amount of pressure, you can create diamonds. I say, but guess what I told them? I had to get smart. I said, you know what I said? I said, okay. I said, but how long does it create a diamond? It don't happen overnight. And I dropped the mic. I said, don't happen overnight. Okay? It don't happen overnight. But that was a good reply. Come back to me, though. He said, no. I said, pressure bust pipes. He said, no, under a certain amount of pressure, create diamonds. So I understand. I just tried to get one last leg up, and I don't think it worked. I know Prime likes Staub. That's his guy. He's known Staub for 3 years now. They built the rapport. Yeah, he likes Staub. But I get why maybe there was a need to recruit somebody like Salter because he can run the lights out. And they did have a problem with their running game last year. But I could have told them that was going to be fixed when you hired Marshall Faulk. The running game was going to be fixed. And also, when they brought in those offensive linemen, they instantly fixed it. Instantly. But that could have been PTSD they were going through because the last 2 years, their running game was a little shoddy. So maybe they had a little PTSD from that. Yeah, Staub almost beat Utah as a true freshman, right? And he also had 3 years. This is supposed to be his time to start peaking and doing his thing. But they went out and got, some other one more piece. I say one more piece because you're supposed to get Juju in. He's a freshman. So you gotta recruit freshmen at that quarterback position. And it just so happened they got a good one. At this juncture, if they really wanted to, they can play Staub and the freshman together. And then that's their season if they want to. Or at this point, it looks like they might play all three, man. I don't know. That's why I say there's uncertainty in Boulder at that quarterback position. Because there shouldn't be no uncertainty with Staub. They see what Staub is doing, but maybe Staub don't have a big name. Maybe they looking for a big name for the marketing or something. Because I'm trying to make sense of it. Because if he was doing his thing in practice and the other one was kind of shaky, because Coach Prime said you are who you practice. They know what they got in practice. So is it possible that he's a good practice quarterback and when he get under the bright lights, he's faltering right now? I don't know. That's why this is a little bit it's a little weird here because like you know what you got in practice, or maybe Salter is doing his thing in practice, but now he's under the bright lights. Because Colorado, even though they're not like a powerhouse yet, they're a powerhouse in the making. They're a powerhouse in the making. Don't get me wrong. They are because they actually hold on. Are they a powerhouse? Because they produced a Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah, they are. They're a powerhouse. You can't be a powerhouse and produce a Heisman Trophy winner. So let me stop. I had to stop there. Yes, they are a powerhouse. Okay, they just ain't win a national championship yet. If that's what you're talking, well, they actually won one. I'm talking about under Coach Prime era. But they are a powerhouse because they produced a Heisman Trophy winner. They produced a Big Neric Award winner. They produced the Lot Trophy Award winner. They produced everything except for the Thorpe. Yeah, they're a media power. You can say that too. But anyway, it's a powerhouse attached to their name. And with that it comes with bright lights and scrutiny, right? It comes with a lot of scrutiny. So he might be feeling the pressure. But here's what I noticed. After the game, he didn't look right. Now, some people say, well, where'd you see this, Max? I saw it from a person's channel. He was out. Who was that guy, guys? I know somebody here saw it. He was outside. You know when the players come out and they sign autographs for the fans before they go to their car? What was the guy name that was streaming that? Because if you go back to, remember he talked to Mata when Mata came out? He said, hey, Mata, and this and that. And it was a guy standing there, and he's there every game. I can't remember his name right now. No, it's not Rob. Rob didn't get it. Rob was standing out there. Rob saw it though. Rob saw it. No, it wasn't Rob. Maybe Rob did catch it. Yeah, it's Love and Liberty. It's Love and Liberty. But maybe Rob caught it too because Rob was standing out there. I believe Rob was standing out there. He was. And he may have caught the footage as well. So I have to give him his credit too if he was there and caught the footage. Rob the Man Media. Yes. But he may have caught it, but I know Love and Liberty caught it. Now, guys, what did you see when Salter came outside? Wasn't he talking to his family and wasn't his brother there? And Salter didn't look good. And he walked off with, it was two women he walked off with. They were walking in back of him. He actually walked by himself, and the women looked like they were following him. If anybody saw that, look at his face. His face didn't look right. He wasn't smiling. He looked dejected, rejected. Okay? I saw that. Now, you had to have seen it. Now that you know the channel is Love and Liberty, when you go to Love and Liberty, go to his last live chat when he's standing outside the facility waiting for the players to come out. Eventually, you're going to see where he said, hey, there go Caden Salter. And it looked like he was talking to his family, and he didn't look happy. Now, also, he got booed in that game. I didn't know that. Somebody told me he got booed. That's not right. These are still kids, man. I don't like that the fans booed him because he's not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. You said he let his emotions show too much. He has to contain his composure. But here's the thing, L. Will, the coaches don't have patience no more. He may have lost his position. And this is his last go at it. Okay? This is his last go at it. Right now, you got Juju Okay, you got Juju and Staub. Did Juju lose his composure? No. Did Juju lose his composure when he got sacked? No. Did Juju lose his composure when he got whacked when he was going on the sidelines? No. Even though when he got hit hard, did y'all see that he got hit hard when he was going on sidelines? That player didn't have to do that. We're gonna get to that because I do believe that they may have to go with Salter again. But Juju got knocked on the sidelines, but he got up smiling. He did. See, Juju is kind of he's a quiet riot. He's very deceiving, but he looks like he wants to bury you with his play. He looks like he wants to embarrass you with his play, right? With his accuracy. So he's what still waters run deep. Remember that. It's always the quiet ones you got to worry about. Still waters always run deep. Now, not always, but in certain cases, still waters run deep. Um, they may have to go back. I know Arch got booed. I know I don't agree with it. Yeah, Arch got booed too. But he came back and did his game and they started cheering. The fans that were out there for him. Yeah, he got booed. But he didn't lose his composure though. I will give that to Arch. Arch, yes, he did get booed. Now here's the thing. I believe for the Houston, maybe they might go back with Salter. Now, if they're gonna go back with Salter, are they gonna let him play the whole game, win or lose? But they got two quarterbacks in the waiting. So I think what's gonna happen is Juju and Staub got to be ready to go. They gotta act like they're playing too. And could it be a possibility that they're gonna play all three quarterbacks for the rest of the year? Because Juju is only gonna get better. The more reps, the more game reps that he gets, he's only gonna start cooking. I can see it now. I can see it with his passing. He's gonna start cooking eventually. He's gonna do something to woo that crowd eventually. And it might come the next game. And Staub, he's just ready to go. He's ready to go now because he don't play under Shador. He don't got all the experience and he's ready. There's no question about that. He can play against Houston. There's no question. If he's overthinking, he's not QB1, Stanford. He's not QB1. He might be QB3, but he definitely not QB1 if he's overthinking. Now, you say you have to play mentally free. Listen, I never played quarterback before, but I know that it's a very hard position to play. They like superheroes to me because I can't play that. And all the things they got to worry about. However, you separate, how they say Coach Prime, you separate the dogs from everybody else. Coach Prime wants some dogs. Or if he ain't got no dogs, he gonna go find them. But see, he missed one though. He already had a dog in house, but he missed it. That's why he said it's on him. He had a dog in the house and missed it. Staub is a dog. He had one. Because he said it. He said if Staub want to go anywhere in the country, I would sign off on it. But why not keep him though? You see how that don't make why not keep him? If he that good, keep him, coach. What is it about him that you not what is it about him that he ain't got? What is it? That's why this not making sense. That's why their season in trouble right now. I'm the first one to tell you. We talking bowl games. Well, we got hold on a second. We ain't talking bowl games yet until they get the quarterback situation straight. Because the quarterback situation, I do know that it's the most important position because they got to manage the whole offense. If they having a bad game, they better hope that defense is like immaculate. I don't know if they're going to play Salt at the start. And in my opinion, right now, I don't think I the problem is I went back and watched the game again. I know somebody is breaking down the all 22, but when you look at him when he first started, he wasn't doing that bad. It just maybe he needed a little time to heat up because, but also he already knew he was only going to play 2 series anyway. So maybe he was under a lot of pressure because he had, think about it, you'll be under pressure too if this is your last year and you got Juju and Staub staying you in back of you and you knowing this is your last year, you got to go out and do something right now. The time is now. Okay. The time is right now. We need to do something right now. No other team works like that. No other team worked like that because Bryce Underwood made a lot of mistakes, and they didn't bench Bryce Underwood. No other team works. It doesn't work that way. That I do know. I played football. You need to know who your guy is already. They don't know. They didn't know, and I'm saying that they should have known because Staub was right there. That's what I'm saying. This ain't all on Coach Prime. Why is he got to say it's on me when he got an offensive coordinator and he got a quarterbacks coach? It's not on him. I want to, coach, you got to get to the root of the problem. It's not on you. If it was on you, then are you the offensive coordinator? The answer is no. He's not the offensive coordinator, and he's not the quarterback coach. Now, if he was, then I could see where he say it's on him. No, I could see that because he say, well, since I'm the head coach, I'm the leader. It really falls on me. Yeah, I, coach is letting people do their jobs. He's not. He's letting. But guess what? If he start micromanaging, he gonna turn his team around. He may have done it already. If he gets in your business, he's going to turn it around. The reason why do I say that? Because when coach is looking at the game, right, he know exactly what the problem is. He know exactly what the problem is, and he gave him opportunity. But this year, he ain't got no time to wait. Last year, he gave him a few games. I mean, no, the first year. He was really patient the first year. I think he should have took over the first year. But this time, he ain't got no time to wait for his offensive coordinator, whoever messing up. He ain't got no time. He going to change it. That's what you're seeing right now. He stepped in and intervened because he knew what's going on. He's sitting there looking at the game, knowing what the problem is. You know what I heard about him when he was playing? You know what made him great? It wasn't his speed. That wasn't first, even though his speed was really good. It wasn't that. So what made Coach Prime great? Was it his instincts for the game? Well, yes, he did have good instincts for the game. Yes, that was up there. His speed and instincts. But you know what the number one thing was that made him so great? Somebody told me. I said, what was it? They said he was a genius when it came to film study. They said he was a genius. He was like really super prepared and he knew all the plays, but not only that, not only the playbook, he knew the tendency of the other team. He studied the other team. He knew their tendencies. He knew what they were going to do. He knew where the ball was going. In fact, this is how you knew he was a genius. The other team got hip to him. They was like, well, we're not going to throw his way then because he's locking down our player and we don't want him to be high stepping in the end zone on us. So we're not going to throw to him. So you know what he did? He did this against Troy Aikman. I know he played for Dallas, but he did against Troy Aikman when he played against him. He decoyed himself. He act like he was guarding somebody else. And then what did happen? They bet on it and threw it to the other guy, and coach was guarding both of them. And he went and intercepted the ball. So his film study and his preparation for the other team is what made him a Hall of Famer. He's like a genius when it comes to the tendencies of the other team. Not only do he know their playbook, he knows his too. That's what set him apart. The running and everything else was just easy because he was like a really good athlete. So when he's watching the game, he know exactly what's going on. You can't lie to him. Even on offense. You know why? In order for him to know the tendencies and be really good on defense, he had to know the offense. That's why he was also extra special when he played wide receiver. So that's why it's crazy. Like when you're like, okay, cool, we doing this, yeah, but he's watching it in real time and he know what the problem is. Let me tell you something. They would have won that game if he had snatched the playbook and started calling the plays. Coach would have won that game. He would have single handedly won that game by himself. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know if he really take that playbook, say if he snatch it, like, look, y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to do. Give me the damn playbook and I'm calling the plays. They would have won the game against Georgia Tech. They would have won. He know exactly what he need to do to get Salter to start cooking. Okay, is he a running quarterback? This is what we need to do then. But on the only problem is though, Salter needs to understand the defense like he understands it for them to communicate. And he might not be there yet because he just got there. Staub has been there already. He had time to cook in the system. He had time to learn the system. So he has the experience to go to the offensive coordinator and say, I want to change some plays up. And Coach Prime and the offensive coordinator be okay with that because they have a rapport with him. He knows the system. And guess what? They also know Staub's strength and weakness is really good. They may not have that with Salter just from one training camp. They may not know it, but they should know. They saw his film. They know what he's capable of doing. But that's the issue right now. But Prime knows that he knows exactly how to fix it. He's an offensive and defensive specialist. That's very rare. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Think about it. He's an offense and defensive specialist. He had to have been to actually be a decoy and get Troy Aikman to throw to somebody and then intercept the ball. And he's always at the right place. He's a defensive specialist and an offensive specialist because he knew what the offense was going to do. It's very rare combination. That's what makes him special. And he's literally sitting there watching the game, watching it unfold. I know it gotta be frustrating for him because he can't play. He knew exactly how to fix it. Like, okay, Georgia Tech quarterback doing this. This is what we need to do. I know he's thinking it. Damn, if I was in a game, I know exactly how to stop this shit. But it's on the defense and offensive coordinators. That's what he got them for. So I think at this point, I don't know what I think because guess what? I'm not on the team. I don't know what to think, and I'm not a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a quarterback, and I don't know what to think. The only thing I could say is if 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 Staub earned his keep, he earned his keep. Let him play. But you know what Coach Prime said? I already know what I'm gonna do. He said, y'all saw it. Y'all saw the same thing I saw. Okay, then. So that means Staub is the starter then. You know what I mean? He said, y'all saw the same thing I saw. He said it in his press conference. But I don't take that press. I want to see what happens Tuesday at his Tuesday press conference because that was just after the game. You know what I mean? He had time to process, had time for another training, no more training. So he may go back to Salter. We'll see. He may go back. But I know with some people, when you saw Salter early on, he wasn't doing bad. He wasn't. But maybe he's doing something that the coaches are seeing we're not seeing because they don't want to know the game attack. I don't know the game of attack. I just know what they were trying to do, but you know what I mean? I don't know what they're seeing. So that's just them. But I know how he looked when he left that stadium. The look on his face. He wasn't happy. And guess what? Why wasn't he happy? Didn't they win the game? That's my next point. Why was he looking like that when he left the game and they won the damn game? A win is a win, isn't it? A win is a win. Now, I heard what Johnny Football said, right? Johnny Football said when he was playing, the whole quarterback room, they were all together. They didn't give a damn who would go out there and get the job done. This was before he was Johnny Football. But obviously he became Johnny Football, all that when he won the Heisman Trophy and all. Well, he was Johnny. They were calling him Johnny Football before that, but Obviously, he had to work his way into be Johnny Football. But he said the whole quarterback room, they were all like brothers. And he said whoever went out there and did their thing. He said one time he had a injury and he had to go get a shot, and the other quarterback went in. So he said he needed that other quarterback to be successful, so that when he get back in the game, they're not down. So they all would champion against each other. So I don't know, man. Johnny, I mean, your situation was a little different. I don't know, but I know that after they won the game, and he didn't look right when he left there. You would think, damn, everything's supposed to be all good. We won the game. So shit, I'm happy. I still got my starting job. So fuck it. If they needed Staub to go in, fuck it. As long as we won. I ain't lose much, but he may have lost his starting job. He may have. He is real big on team guys contextual. He's old school. He's not a me guy. He wasn't a me guy when he played, even though he acted like it the way, with his celebrations and stuff. But he actually was a team guy. He wasn't a me guy. He was never a me guy. It just appeared that he was because he was very flashy. But he was a team guy. He definitely was a team guy. Because the reason why I say he was a team guy, because he put so much work in that film study. He had to have been a team guy. You're not a me guy when you do that. You're a me guy, like, all right, I'm just gonna get a big contract. Fuck y'all. I got my money. I don't want to win. Nope. He won a Super Bowl. Didn't he win a Super Bowl? Yeah, he won a they won a Super Bowl when he was in Dallas, correct? Yeah, he got a Super Bowl under his belt. He damn near had a World Series under his belt. Ain't that crazy? He played in the World Series too. He didn't win it. Ain't that something? That's who they got as a coach. Yeah, back to back. And he played in a World Series. I remember. I was a kid. He played in a World fucking Series, guy. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying. He played in a World Series. He did. That's who they got looking at the game. That's why, he like, well, how much y'all putting into that film study? Because he damn near, I think he said he didn't really party like that. He actually stayed in the hotel and studied that film book. Because back then they didn't have laptops and iPads. You had to actually study the VHS tapes. Yeah, so that's what he had. So if you got a coach that put that much dedication in the game, don't you think he want his players to put the same? Yeah, that's what they got. It's easy to play for him. You could be a freshman and play for Coach Ron. You just got to bust your ass and put the work in the film study and understand it and bust your ass you playing. Whether it's special teams, he gonna get you on that field. He actually plays freshman. You know what I'm saying? If you dare to do what he wants you to do, you're gonna play. All you gotta do is bust your ass. And he don't want an I in team. He's old school with it. So it's good that he did what he did because he had to intervene. It sucks that he had to intervene because he has an offensive coordinator. He shouldn't have had to intervene, but he did. He said, listen, made the top dog come out of this. Well, guess what? Staub is the top dog. He the top dog. He came out of this the top dog. I feel good for Staub, man. I feel bad too for Caden because he came there as a senior. But man, Staub put in that work, man. Staub was loyal. He could have easily transferred. Remember, Coach Brown said if he wanted to transfer, I would have signed off. Yeah, but he loyal to you. He said he want to play for you, man. That's what made that exchange between them and during the game even that more special. Staub earned that shit. He earned it. You know what I'm saying? That's that whole exchange he had from Coach that made it more special. That made it more special. He put him through the fire and came out a dog. He got a dog, man. That's his dog, man. He put that man through the fire. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna learn under Shador for 2 years, right? And guess what? I'm gonna recruit 2 more people to come in. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? I paid somebody some money. Well, coach, you gotta find a bag for Staub now. I'm just sorry. I'm just here to tell you. Yeah, you bet you got y'all y'all hey, stop. Yeah, you're gonna have to find a bag for him, okay? Because I know he ain't had no bag. And if he did, he ain't have a bag like the other one had a bag, okay? He needs that bag. You know why? He earned it. And guess what? Coach is old school. He appreciate that more than anything else. Because that kid sat there and earned that shit. He sat there and earned it. How you think that kid feel he got the respect of a Hall of Famer? How you think he feel, man? How you think that kid walking on cloud nine? He earned that shit. And then Shador retweeted him when he said it's my time. Shador retweeted it. Oh, I'm gonna get into Shador on the next one. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, y'all think I wasn't gonna carry Cleveland today? Oh yes. Oh, I'm gonna say that on another video, another lie. I'm gonna carry them today. Oh yes. He already acting like the leader on the team. He already acting like the leader. He went up to after that kicker missed that field goal. Who went up to him? Shador did. He said, "Man, don't worry about it, man. Forget about it. You him. Forget about that shit." He went up to him. He went up to him because he's the leader of the team. They going let me tell y'all something. Cleveland is going to lose every damn near single game this year until they put him in a game. But we'll get to that on another one. I'm cooking with Staub right now. Listen, that meant a lot for coach to listen. That meant a lot. You know what coach said? Thank you, man. You made my decision easier, and I knew you were going to do it. He knew Staub was going to do it. Staub made him look. Yo, they knew what they were doing. Guys, they knew what they were doing. You know why I know? Go look at Uncle Neely's video he just posted. Go look. When you know how the team come off the bus, why was Uncle Neely following Staub in? They already knew what was getting ready to take place. They already knew. They said, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a 3 quarterback rotation, may the best man win. And they already knew who the best man was. They knew Staub was going to be the best man. Well, all of a sudden, how did it just work out that when they were going into, and this was behind the scenes because Neely uploaded behind the scenes. How did it just work out? Neely was following Staub into the building. He was following Staub, and they knew Staub was their guy. But guess what? They had to do it that way because they don't pay this kid a bag. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay this kid a bag. You know what I'm saying? Juju is the future. They already know that. They already know they already know Juju is either the first or second string right now. They already know that. But how do we tell this kid, yo? So what we're gonna do is you play 2 series, you play 2 series, and you play 2 series and may the best man win. They already knew Star was the best man. They knew it. They already knew it. They already knew it. So shout out to coach and them for putting that thing together, man. Because they already knew who was gonna come out on top. They already knew it. Because Uncle Neely followed him in. Go look, y'all. Go look at the shout out to the pregame show, Uncle Neely. He just uploaded a video. Make sure y'all share their videos, man, because the views are down. I noticed that. The views are down right now. Share their videos and all that stuff right there. Yo, but check this out. When they got off the bus, Uncle Neely had his camera on Staub the whole time. Y'all stop playing with me. They knew he was the man. They knew. And look, that's how they're setting it up. Yeah, we already know this dude is killing it in practice. He's killing it. This is his time. Okay. And guess what? This fan started cheering Staub's name. Guess what? He became a fucking star overnight. Overnight. And guess what? When he was going into the game, yeah, a few people were shaking his hand and saying stop, but everybody weren't really checking for him. This is how much more special this is. They weren't really checking for him. Now they are. He's the fucking man now on campus. Okay? And Staub, God bless you, because that bag is coming. Staub, you got a bag coming. It's coming now. Okay? Coach, right? If Staub is the man, he the man. Coach knew. He like, damn man, this dude is the man, yo. He said he probably had a meet with his coach, like, yo, how are we gonna do this, guys? Because he's the fucking man. He's ready to go now. We don't pay this kid this bag. You know what I'm saying? He got an ego. Everybody, all good players got an ego. Staub is not bad. I mean, not Staub. Salter is not bad. He just not him just yet. You said, bro, you gotta stop. Yeah, well, yeah, I like when you saying, bro, you gotta stop, because you know I'm saying I'm saying the right thing. You know I'm saying the right. You know damn well Staub outcooked them. You already know this. And go look at Uncle Neely's video. Uncle Neely followed Staub off the bus all the way into the building. They already knew Staub was the man. They already knew it. And get this, even when they were going out the tunnel, it was Juju and Salter together. Staub was nowhere around. He was nowhere around, and I peeped it. You can't deny greatness. You can only delay it. That's what they delaying with Shador. They're delaying greatness. You can't deny it. Because remember, in life, God has a plan for you. Nobody can stop it. Now, you could stop it. There's certain things you can do to mess up your trajectory. Okay. I don't think it's God plan for anybody to go to jail. It's you the one had free will and messed yourself up and went to jail. Okay. He gave us free will as well. However, if you're great and you're doing things to be great, they're not going to be able to stop it. The fans, guess what? The fans saw it now. The fans sitting up there cheering Staub and Juju and on booed Salter. I'm sorry that this truth. I don't give a damn if it's hurt. I know they might have family members up in here, man. Listen, I'm not sitting up here trying to kumbaya you, man. I'm past the age of kumbaya. I'm at OG stage. I'm at that age. Okay. I'm at that age. So I'm not sitting up here. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. The fans were sitting up there cheering them two guys. So one of them guys got to start. That's it, guys. Coach said it. He said, y'all saw what I saw. I already know what I'm gonna do because y'all saw what I saw. Staub is it, man. And I'm happy for Staub because Staub didn't leave. Coach said it. He said, well, after the Utah game, if Staub want to leave, I'll sign off on it and make sure he gets somewhere that needs a quarterback. Staub, so you know what Staub said? No, I want to play for you. That's loyalty. That's loyalty. He said, I want to play for you, man. That's why that exchange he had was really special. He went up to Staub and was like, man, thank you. Staub was like, it's my time. It's my time now. He got the watch. Okay. Look, yo, Coach Prime, y'all put that kid through the fire, man. Y'all need to give him a bag. You know why? Staub had to endure. He went through 2 years busting his ass under Shador, right? Only for y'all to promote and give the other guy the keys, and he didn't earn them yet, but y'all gave him the keys. Remember that photo? He didn't earn it yet, but I understand y'all did that for publicity. He didn't earn them keys yet until he get there and earn it. Staub has been there. And then you went out and recruit another quarterback, and he still didn't transfer. He still stayed down and grinded. Coach Prime, that's old school shit. Like how you want it. That's how you want it. You want the old school shit, you got it right there. He earned it. Win or lose. And what did Coach Prime say to Staub in the game that really made Staub light up? Oh man, I'm getting emotional talking about this. He went up to Staub and said, that man trusts you. He pointed at Jordan Seaton. I might have to end it on that, yo. You know why I get emotional? Because hard work really do pay off in life. It really does. If you're so good and you busting your ass, you're not going to be denied. This is in any facet of life. Any facet of life, you bust your ass is going to pay off eventually. And even if you got the devil in here right now, Even when you got the devil in here right now talking, that's the devil operating through this guy. Because I ain't saying nothing wrong right now. But the devil trying to cook up in here, and the devil ain't gonna cook. The devil not gonna cook. The devil don't have no dominion over my life. When you reach my age, you don't give a fuck what nobody think. When you reach my age, because I'm close to death. So I don't give a fuck what nobody think. No more. I don't. I just cook how I want to cook. Okay? Once you reach my age, you don't give a fuck no more. Because you realize what life is really about. You know what I'm saying? Life is about the people that you love around you, and that's it. And peace of mind. That's it. And I'm like, you know how them old people in your family, they don't give a damn. They just gonna say it how they see it. That's how I am. I don't reach that age. Everybody got them old people in your family that's unhinged. I'm that. I'm unhinged, man. Coach Prime went up to that kid and said, "That man trusts you." He looked at him. He said, "Him." He pointed at Jordan Seaton. He said, "He trusts you, man." And Jordan was standing right with him, man. He was standing right with Staub. That's his guy. That's his guy. That's the guy, y'all. And you can say I'm glazing him all you want. You can say what you want. And I'm not blocking you. I'm not blocking you. I'm telling the damn truth. I'm telling what I saw. Hard work pays off, man. And shout out to coach for doing it, because that kid showed you. Look, he was under pressure too. He only had look, coach said, "I'm giving you 2 series apiece. A 3 series. I'm giving you 3 series apiece." Right? Go out there and show me. You thought he would have been nervous too, right? He wasn't nervous. He went out there calm as kept and went out there and threw a touchdown pass, dog. I'm like, damn, with Sincere Brown. I'm like, damn, is he still on the team? Because I ain't seen him in the last game, did you? He was out there. I'm just joking. He was out there playing, but he wasn't getting no touches. Okay? He got a touch this game, though, didn't he? I know Omarion was like, Lord have mercy. Well, how come I'm not in this game? Omarion, don't worry about it. You coming back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay? And another thing is Staub got a quick release. His release is so quick. It's either his progressions are quick, because it's really fucking quick. To the point where he drops back, boom, release. You notice that? He don't even give himself time to step up. As soon as he dropped back, he releasing it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I mean, he's as soon as he dropped back, is release. It's on site. So yes, reward work pays off, and they then he's now, as he said it, it's his time. But the problem is, I'm with you. I know some people like, well, damn, man, we team salt. I feel you on that. Like, damn, this his last go at it. Damn, he about to sit the pine. You know what I'm saying? Because if this kid cooks like I think he might cook, he not giving up that starting role. Okay. The other two, he might get some garbage points, but then you got to give Juju his reps too, though, because Juju's the future. Because really, Juju's supposed to be a senior in high school now. That's how young he is. So he has time to develop. He has time to cook, and we already know he getting ready to cook. He ready to cook now, as you see it. It's just that the more game reps he get, he's going to get what you call better. I just had to come on. I had to wait. It's a delayed situation. I just had to wait on this one. You said I know the CU fan base, because somebody said, what's her name? She said that they sabotaged Salter. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Coach ain't gonna sabotage no brother, man. He not doing that. He not sabotaging his kids. Coach won't do that. He old school though. He wants you to go out there and be him. Are you him or what? You see what I'm saying? If you him, you're gonna go out there and be him. That's all he want. If you him, he wants you to be him. That's all. Staub is obviously him for that game. He him. Now we're about to find out if We're gonna find out in the Houston game. But I heard what Rashad said on that sideline. He said, because remember I don't know if he's an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. But he kind of reminded me of he looked like Jeff Saturday. That's all I can tell you. He's new there. He said, "Yeah, Staub, you ready, man? You ready?" He was the one that was like bigging up Staub the most. You ready, man? You good? Rashad was like, he been him. He been doing this. He ain't new to this. He been doing it. So if he been doing it, that's who y'all got to go with. Y'all got to go with him, yo. If he been doing it, I didn't announce Staub as the starting quarterback. I'm not a coach. I'm just going off of what I see. Coach Prime said that y'all saw what I saw, so I already know what I'm doing. I don't know who they going with. I'm not stepping my bounds here. I don't know what they going with. I'm not privy to the inner workings of the team. Okay, I just saw when Salter left that stadium when he was talking to his family, he didn't look good, and this is after a victory. How you don't look good after a victory? Mata was chilling. They don't put Mata through the fire. He's still him. He's still him. Mata even could get a ball block, right? And still go in, still calm. He's still calm as fuck. That's what coach looking for, man. He looking for that type of dogs. You see what I'm saying? They don't put Mata through the fire, man. Mata been there since Jackson State, man. He was all SWAC second team. Don't forget it. His freshman year, he made all SWAC second team. It should have been first team, but the field goal got blocked. And I think that's why they did that. He made all SWAC second team his first year. And then he went on to Colorado with Coach Prime. And don't think he didn't work with Morton Anderson. If you know, you know. He worked with Morton Anderson in high school. Yes, the great Morton Anderson. New Orleans Morton Anderson, the kicker. Yeah, I don't agree with the sabotage. They didn't sabotage Staub. No, they did not. They didn't sabotage Staub. I mean, Salter. They didn't. There's no sabotage going on because she said they want the white guy to. That's what she said. I don't agree with that. She said they want the white guy as a quarterback. Well, they had a black guy as quarterback for the past 2 seasons. That don't make sense. No, that's not it. The fans saw what they saw. That's what the fans saw, man. They were chanting Juju name too. Is he white? I mean, since we want to go with crayon colors for a minute, I mean, is he the white crayon color? No, he's brown, ain't he? So they were chanting Juju's name too. I don't agree with them booing Staub. I don't agree with. I mean, Salter. I don't agree with that. These are still kids at the end of the day. They're young men, but still, they're somebody kids, man. Don't I don't they yes, they bob, they booed Manning too. He got booed too. The boo birds came out for him too. But he still is even keel on that sideline. You don't see him cussing on the side, whatever he doing. So you just gotta you know, that's how it is in college football. It's all about what you've done for me lately. But no, there was no sabotaging going on. I'm just saying that. They ain't sabotaged the kid. He may not be ready for the system yet. It might be that, or um, I know the situation was brought up. Well, how come Staub is so comfortable changing the plays? Because he been there 3 years. He know the system, and the offensive coordinator knows what works for him and what don't work for him. They built that rapport. He has an advantage because he's been there since he was a freshman. That's how most teams develop their stars. Did you know that? They have their stars there for multiple years. That's how they develop them. That's how they develop in Juju right now. You see what I'm saying? Your stars, that's how they develop certain stars. Certain stars need time to develop. Now, I know what you're saying. Caden Salter is a senior, Like he be developed? Yeah, but it's a new system though. You said stop the racial shit. I didn't say it. Somebody else said it. I'm not agreeing with it. L Train. I'm not agreeing with it. They the one said that. Or maybe you talking about whoever's saying it. Yeah, they said that. I didn't say that. I don't agree with what they said. This is not sabotage. Yeah, I think that's what you meant. You talking about what they said. Yeah, I didn't say that. That's what said. That's what they said on their live chat, saying that he was getting sabotaged and something about they want the white quarterback. No, they were chanting Juju name too. I had said that in my last live chat. I said he should have stayed at Liberty because the transfer portal is not for everybody. Everybody not going to be a Caleb Downs. You see what I'm saying? Where you can go anywhere and be a star. You know, there's certain football players that just break the mold. They gave all the attention to Charlie. Let me see. He played. He left. Players left. Yeah, but Charlie earned that though. Charlie stayed down. Yo, I told you, you have to reward players that are down. You do. Let me see. K Salt is completing 68.9% of his passes. Yeah, that's not bad. You said 68.9. That's not bad. Colorado coaches are still adjusting, finding out who the guys are. Delaware allowed them. Yeah, but see, that's kind of like a problem. At this juncture, you don't know who your guy is. But it might be them lights, man, like you just said. Oh, it might be the lights. Them lights are the lights, man. Stop. Listen, Staub said, you know what I'm about to do? I'm finna cook. When he was going into that stadium, now it hits different when Uncle Neely was following him. I'm thinking what I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what he was thinking. I'm about to go in here and motherfucking cook. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go in here and show out. I'm I'm about to go show my ass. That's what he was thinking. Because he had this, you know how he be grinning? Oh, I'm about to go show my ass. Cause it ain't because Shador don't taught me some shit. Okay. Another thing is for the coaches, will y'all please get him with Rashad, please? Please? Can y'all please not Rashad? What's his name? Daryl. Daryl. Will y'all please get him with select QBs, please? Will y'all please get him with Daryl? What are y'all doing? How come he not with Daryl? With select QBs? Y'all need to build him up. That might be y'all guy for right now. Y'all need to have him. Matter of fact, y'all need to have all three of them with select QBs. Y'all need to have all three of them with them, with Daryl. Please. What are y'all doing in the off season? Like, what is Staub doing to prepare in the off season? I would like to know. Do he have a YouTube page? Like, what is he doing to prepare? Like, who is Staub's quarterback coach on the off season? This is working. Whoever it is working. But I like to see him with Daryl, please. Please. Please get him with Daryl. But here's my next thing, because we got to cover all bases. Who fault is this? Who fault that this happened? Is it on the offensive coordinator or the quarterback coach? Whose fault is this? Like, why is Salter? Why is he acting the way he's acting? Like, is it nerves? It might not be the coach's fault because the coaches can't get out there and play, can they? The only thing they do is put the plan together. They can't go to I see, I don't like just keep blaming the coach because they can't play. Coaches can't play. They've been there, done that already. It's definitely not on what's his name? Is he there? What's his name? Is the quarterback coach. He was a quarterback in the league. What's his name again? Um uh damn man, I be having Byron Leftwich. Byron, yeah, but wasn't Byron Leftwich an offensive coordinator? Like what they doing, man? But yeah, Byron Leftwich. It's not on him because he's been there, done that already. It can't be on him. Or he may have told coach that. He may have told them guys. He may have said, yo, coach, you got a problem, man. Okay, Byron, what's the problem? Yo, Staub is your guy, man. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Staub knows it all. Okay. You know how hard it is to tell a starter that he's not starting no more? That's a hard thing to do. So the best thing to do is create this situation that they created. You get 3 series, you get 3 series, and you get 3 series, even though Staub got more series because he was cooking so damn bad. Okay. So that's how they did it. Okay. We already know Staub gonna come out on top. Don't think they already know. They already knew that. They already knew he was gonna come out on top. So now that's your starter. Okay. And now that leaves it up to the other two to work hard so they could be the starter. Because anything can happen in the season. Anything. But Juju ready to cook. So he should be QB too. Because he's ready to but damn, it's fucked up that I have to say it that way. That he's QB too, because damn Salter, this is his last go at it. I mean, I would have to make a decision. If I was Salter, if I know I'm not gonna be the man, by the third game, I'm gonna let the coaches know I'm redshirting. Like or whatever. Because I'm not gonna lose my last year eligibility and I can't cook. You see what I'm saying? But damn, then what does he do? He go back to Liberty? You know, like what does he do? There's somebody out there that could use his services. Like, yo, you know what? Our playbook suits what he's trying to do. I mean, if he's trying to get to the NFL, like what is he trying? What's his goal? Is he trying to get in the league? What y'all did anybody do any interviews with him? I did see an interview with him and his family, but did any other channels do interviews with him? What did he say? No, Staub is a red shirt. Staub is a sophomore. He's a junior in the classroom and a sophomore on the field. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you right now. I thought he was supposed to be a junior, but I don't think so. I think he had red shirt. I don't know. No, he didn't. He didn't red shirt. Hold on, let me see. I'm thinking he a junior. I'll tell you right now. Uh-uh. He's a sophomore. That means he redshirted. He redshirted last year. Yep. Because he's been there this is his third season. So that means he's a junior in the classroom and on the field, he's a sophomore. Interesting. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. So he the same height as Shador. I think Shador is a little bit taller than 6'1". I think Shador is 6'2". Um, yeah, Ryan Staub is a sophomore. Interesting. So he do got some more years. Yeah, I would have to make a decision. Like, if this is my last season, because sometimes it just don't work out at certain areas. It's not that he's a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback because we saw it in the game. He did good when he was out there, but they cut him, because he knew that he was only getting 2 or 3 series, right? And then Juju came in. So that's it's not on, he's not bad. I don't look at him as a bad quarterback. It's just that they got to find some more plays better suited for his game. And that's on the offensive coordinator. But so it could be a situation where the offensive core, like, okay, they need to sit down with him, say, listen, we need you to play your game. We need you to be him. We need you to do what you did at Liberty. That's all we need you to do. If you need to run it, then run it. So if that's all, maybe he need to start one more game, because if that's all it is, like, dude, just settle down and just be you. Then we'll see. Because Staub is a sophomore, so he got more years of eligibility. However, he's ready now. Staub ready now, and he earned it. He went through the test and he came out on top. So I think that's what it is, guys. I think Staub is the starter. That kid has been there. He's tough as fuck. Even I noticed the little things. I remember his freshman year. It was either his freshman year or sophomore year when they were working out with the military, and they had them do this drill to where they was doing. They stood in the push up position. Remember when they stood in the push up position? They wanted to see who could last. He lasted the longest. I noticed stuff like that. He's mentally tough. I noticed stuff. That just the little stuff I be noticing. He's straight up dog, yo. Yo, what if it's like, yeah, you said Stott might get an NFL spot. What if it works out to the point where he's really an NFL quarterback? This is a good movie being made here. He learned 2 years under Shador. Okay. They could not deny him no more. And now he's in the damn draft. They may have it. That's why I say they might have to go with him, man. But I noticed when what's his name at the end of the game, he was talking to his family and he didn't look right. Maybe he was sore. I don't know. I don't know why. Because people will come back and say, no, I'm reaching. You know what I'm saying? I'm reaching. I didn't have no cert. Yes, you did. I saw it. He didn't look right, man. And this is after a victory. You said Stott was a 3-star in high school. Yeah, those could turn out either way. You're right about that contextual. A 3-star with a little bit of experience could turn into a 5-star in college. So you're right. It could go either way. Like, he could be a bust or he could have a lot of potential. You said Stott was raised under Sanders' toughness. Right. Right. You right about that. He can't unsee that and he can't unlearn it. He's been with Shador in that quarterback room for 2 years. You can't unlearn it. Yeah, he saw it. He was with Shador was his OG. You see what I'm saying? So he had to have learned something. It's just the coaches had to get their minds right. This one I do blame the coaches on. I do. Because if he's been cooking in practice, guys, he's been cooking in practice. Y'all talking about practice. He's been cooking in practice. So if he's been cooking in practice more so than others, I guess they just had to wait for the bright lights. They just wanted to see what he could do in the bright lights this year. He proved it. So that's it, guys. I don't think they got a quarterback situation no more. Staub is it. He deserved it. He deserved it, man. Straight up. I'm with Staub, yo. He deserved it. Straight up. I might have to mess around and get a Staub jersey, man. Like he really earned that, and I really appreciate that he didn't leave. When we have all these other players get an attitude, oh, I'm leaving, I'm going to transfer portal. He didn't do that. He earned his keep. That's how you know he really that good. He really that dude. Like, I'm gonna sit here and prove to these coaches eventually that I'm the man. He did that, yo. That's what made it so special. That made it real special, man. He went out and recruited people. He The team, I know they paid Salter a bag. I know they did. They had to. They paid this other guy a bag and overlooked you. Okay, you got overlooked, even though you learned under Shador for 2 years. They still overlooked you. Okay, I don't care what they saying. Talking about he been doing this. Well, if he been doing it, y'all should have started him. I don't want to hear all that. He just got y'all. He changed y'all vibration. That's what happened. I'm giving Staub the credit. You bust your ass to the point where you change these coaches' vibration finally. Okay, that's what really happened. You went out here and paid this other guy the bag, right? And this other guy right here in the wings, he said he been doing it. And now he sat out there and outplayed the guy you paid the bag. Okay? That's just what it is. Yo, the coaches know I keep it 100. Let me tell y'all what happened one time. I was sitting up in here cooking one time, right? Like I'm doing now. Bucky was live on the X account. Somebody went and told him, "Oh, Max over there, he talking shit." You know what Bucky said? Yo, he cool. No, I know him. He cool. Darius followed me on Twitter. See, y'all didn't know that because y'all don't even know my Twitter. Y'all don't even know my Twitter, man. Yeah, he followed me on Twitter, man. So they know who I am. So they know I'm not. They know I be keeping it 100. I'm not talking shit about the coaches. I just said that Staub changed their vibration. That's not talking shit. He changed their vibration. Okay, he made them understand that I am the man. Okay, I'm really him. Okay, I'm him right now. This is my time right now. I love that right there. I love that shit. You know why? Because he sat there and was down for 3 years. He said, yeah, that's cool. I could have transferred, but I want to play for Coach Prime, yo. That means something. Loyalty means something to me in this fake ass world we live in now with social media. Loyalty means something. Loyalty means something. Okay? Loyalty means something. He loyal. He old school. I wanted to learn. I want to be with Coach Prime, man. And that's who you go into the dog fight with. That's who you go with, man. I think Star, he earned it, man. I know he earned it. He earned it. Okay? He has risen through the rank. That's how it's supposed to be the next man up. He was under Shador for 2 years. Okay? He did good in Utah. He showed flashes of greatness at Utah, so they already knew that. So it should be the next man up. Unless it's a situation where you get somebody in that can't be denied, like a Bryce Underwood. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go with that. But yeah, he worked the system, man. He worked the system, and he stayed down, and here we are. I already knew it was coming because Neely followed him into the building. If they listen to this, I know they laughing because they're like, yeah, he figured it out. Listen, Uncle Neely followed him into the building when he got off the bus. They knew he was going to cook. They knew this. They were setting it up. They knew he was going to cook. And Staub just he calmly walked in there. Okay, he calmly walked in there and went in there and handled his fucking business. That's what he did. He went in there and handled business. Okay, that's it. Ain't no complaining on the sidelines. I don't know what he talking about now. I'm gonna say that maybe he's not complaining, but he's vocal on the sidelines. I don't know what he's talking about. Because when Staub came out to the sidelines after he finished cooking, the other quarterback sitting on the bench running his mouth. I don't know what he was saying. I'm not saying he was talking shit. I don't know. But he ain't doing all that. So that's it. I'm keeping it 100, man. You know what I'm saying? Staub, he earned it. You said Bryce Underwood was hot garbage this past weekend. I knew somebody was gonna say that. I how can I say this? I can't say you're lying. Okay. I can't say you're lying. But Staub is QB1, man. That's it. Hard work is rewarded. Period. Hard work is rewarded. We even got Colin saying it. I saw his live yesterday. He said, no, this morning. He said Staub is QB1. Did he not say that? Yes or no? Did he not say that? He gonna be at the game this weekend. Colin gonna be there Friday. Colin gonna be at the game Friday. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Life in football, man. I watch everybody. Yes, indeed. He said it. I'm going to the game Friday. Okay. He said this. Did he not say that? He said he's gonna be at the game this Friday. He said stop QB1, man. He said it. He said it, man. Okay. So he saw what everybody else saw. Yeah. Big league play is coming up Friday. Is Houston in the Big 12? Yeah, everybody is saying Delaware was only an FCS team. But Salter, yeah, they saying that they saying that Ola about Staub. Well, he did that against Delaware. He's supposed to do that against Delaware. No, well, Salter's supposed to do that against Delaware too. Okay, Houston is Big 12. So Big 12 plays start Friday. All right. When I heard him live, he said, yeah, he QB1. I think he said that. Maybe I'm tripping. I was just waking up. I said, wait a minute. Okay. So it's been announced. But I know Coach said it. He said, y'all saw what I saw, man. So I'm going with you already know what I'm going with. I just can't tell y'all. No, he did not name QB1. I didn't hear that. But he was just saying it like in his opinion that he's QB1. But it hasn't officially, Coach Prime hasn't officially said it, no. He said that he wants to wait until the game. He don't want to say it before the game start to give it away. IV4, I had said this early on. He wasn't playing bad, but they took him out. But if I have to compare the two, Staub did better. If I have to compare the two. Yeah. I heard he did say it, didn't he, Kimberly? Life in football. I heard it. He said he's gonna be at the game this Friday. So look out for his commentary on Friday. Because you know how he be on the field. You see what I'm saying? So I know he gonna be on the field. So look out for his commentary on Friday. I know I am. I'm gonna be working at the time. I'm gonna be at work, but I'm gonna be watching them in the car. I like when they be on the field with it. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be on the field with it. I hope this season I be out there because I want to be on the field with it. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's gonna work out. I wanted to work out this year though because you know what I'm saying like that. But you said let's say Max Salter would have played the whole game. I think the score would have been the same. Yeah, he could have started cooking, but we don't know that they took him out. We would never know. But I know I'm gonna tell y'all what I thought though. Damn, they only down 10-0. Georgia Tech could eat. I mean, what's the name? Delaware could come back and win this game. They had Delaware in the game. And remember, Delaware went and scored. I'm like, oh, we got a problem here because Delaware feel like they can beat them because Delaware wasn't scared of them. Prime watch everybody contextual. He does. He watch everybody. It's not too many people in this space really that covers it. There's not a lot of us. You said stop. He did. He did contextual. Staub did take him out the game because that was big when he got what's his name with the touchdown. How you got a 6'5" receiver and don't get him the ball, yo? That kid's 6'5", man. You gotta give him the ball. Yeah, connect. Yeah, stop connected down the field. We have to relax. You must be a family member, yo. You must be a family member. I apologize to you, man, but I'm being real. Stop. Actually, he cooked more, man. And don't get me wrong, they did take Salter out the game. I feel like too early, but he already knew going in he was only going to get 2 or 3 series. He knew that going in. Okay, because Coach Prime said the plan was everybody get a couple series. He said that. Yeah, he kept the game too close contextual. I'm glad you brought that point up. So I won't have to sit up here like I'm the ogre. Because that's what I feel like right now. I'm the big ogre, um, bearing bad news. That I do feel that way. I do feel like that because the way I come off, I feel like I come off a little too harsh, and I'm the big ogre right now. But so what? I saw what I saw. It ain't my fault they took him out early. You say, yeah, you had Randy Moss and don't throw the ball. Yeah, he's 6'5", man. And not only he's 6'5", he got experience. But if Salter can't get him the ball, then he can't get him the ball. I think that's what the coaches are saying. So if that's the case, Staub could get him the ball. Juju can get that ball downfield too, though. He can. So you go with who can get the ball downfield. You got to have a balanced attack. And Colorado do have a balanced attack. They just got to have the right people out there, and they got Staub. So I know it seemed like what you say. I'm glazing is man. Why you say that, man? That damn. But you gotta take the good with the bad. I gotta take a little disrespect. That's fine. You said I'm glazing them, and that's kind of crazy. But you gotta take. I have to be keep it 100 with myself. Some people go unsubscribe and do all types of stuff, but I can't help myself. I can't help myself, brown girl. I can't help myself. I can't help it because I knew it was coming. Somebody gonna say somebody like, man, you glazing. But I ain't the only one said that stop QB one. Colin said it too. He said it too. So don't act like I'm the ogre because he said it too. Look, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but he did say it. Okay. You said I'm Shrek. Hey, I could be Shrek. But the thing is, hey, stop, cooked a little more. That's all. All right. I'll tell you what, IV4. Let let Salter play one more game, man. Let him start one more game. Okay, because at least give him the conference play. I'll give him that. Let's give him another game. I know Star played the whole game last year. I know he did when Shador got hurt. I remember. The Shador had a back issue. Remember, he had to get a shot that one game, and he had an issue with his back. The thing is, once you have an issue with your back, you always gonna have an issue with your back. Because I have an issue with my back, and I injured it a few years ago, and it always come up every now and then. If you lift something the wrong way or aggravate it, it's not good. So I don't wish that for him. But he injured his back and Staub went in. Yes. So Staub has experience. That's his advantage that he has over the other two quarterbacks. Juju is building his reps right now. You said Salter has never played amongst the quality of defense like the Power Five, and you say and it shows. Well, have you watched Staub high school tape? In you talking about Staub? Yeah, I did. I've been research Staub because he's been there for this is his third season, so I know who Staub is. Yeah, he might be. He could be a family member or something. You got family members be watching too. They get a little sore. They not gonna say they family members. They don't want to reveal who they are. Hold on, I'm about to show y'all. Forget this. What's the dude named Love and Liberty? I'm just gonna show you the screen. I'm not trying to share his stuff because you know how people be copywriting. Because we had another content creator in this space that lost his he lost his privileges, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree that he got the amount. Even though he gonna get it back, he gonna get his monetization back. He'll get it back because I had lost mine on the other channel, and they had me. I lost it for 4 months. I had to go. They made me take a class and everything. It's hilarious. They make you take a class, yo. They literally make you take a class. You feel me? They they made you take a class, and you have to issue a statement that you will never do it again. They like sun you. It's real crazy. Yep. I lost my monetization, all types of mess. And sometimes when you share people's stuff and they hit you with that, you can lose your monetization. I don't agree with all that. It's just that's the risk you got to take sometime. Like it's not good. It's a lot you got to deal with when you are a content creator. It's a lot going on, man. Let me see if I can find it. It goes Staub. No, that was Staub came out happy. One came out somber, man. It was kind of it's not good, but this is the environment. This is college football at the Power Five level, man. It's what have you done for me lately? They want players to keep cooking, but I know some people they're gonna disagree with the style on how they doing it, but it's how they doing it, man. You gotta That's how it gotta work, man. It's super competitive. Somebody is always trying to take your spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just the nature of the beast. Here it is. I found it. 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 He gonna zoom in on him in a second. Then I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna shout his channel out. It's Love and Liberty. You just gotta go. It's the last live chat he did, and it's at the 11:44 mark, 11-minute 44 mark. When you start seeing him he out there talking to his family. Maybe he's just tired. I mean, I could be looking into it too much. Maybe he's just like, maybe he's just tired. But nah, yo, he ain't just tired, yo. He looked like a man that just lost his spot. That's just what it looks like. Hold on, let me show you. I ain't gonna show the whole thing because I don't want to get copyright. You feel me? Because I don't know him like that. You see him standing against the wall? He don't look good. He don't look good, yo. Right there. You see him walking off. He walking with the girls. He just kind of walking off with that look. That's him walking off. He didn't look good though, and they kind of trailed behind him. See the look on his face, and he talking. Yeah, man. That's it. That's it, man. And here's the. Let me give you all the link. Give you all the link to that if you haven't. It's at the 11:44 mark. So tell Love and Liberty I sent you. Go look at it for yourself because I'm about to sign off. But that's the link right there at the 11:44 mark. Go look at his face, and you'll know he looking like, damn, yo, I might have just lost my joint. But hey, I'm with you. If you want to give another shot in the Houston game, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? And he could start cooking at Houston. He could start cooking it. So if he start cooking it, then hey, man, it's what it is. But that's it right there, man. But that's the link. I know they get paid to perform at a high level. I had just said this earlier. When you start paying players, they got to perform. Like they want Coach Prime always talking about he want a return on his investment. That's what he's talking about. This is like many professional. If you get a bag, you got to play. You, you said we definitely would need Salter next game. Well, then if that's the case, you talking about his speed and stuff. He can, when he decide he want to run, I don't see too many people stopping him. But we'll see what happens, man, for the next game. But definitely that link caught it. And I know Rob the man was out there. And during that time, if you look at the video, you'll see him standing there. So he might have caught some stuff too. But you could clearly see him talking and he don't look happy. Clearly don't. You know what I'm saying? So especially if he's trying to get to the NFL, you know, real players don't be getting benched like that. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And you try to make it, like that. So this might be a lot on the line for him. He might be thinking NFL, so we'll see. But all right, we give him to Houston, see what happened, man. So you think coach will more than likely play 3 again for Houston? We'll see. You said run options with Salter. We'll see. But see, here's the problem though. If I'm the defense and I'm preparing for you guys and y'all start with Staub or Juju, and then I see Salter come in the game, I automatically know the whole stadium know he running it. I'm already got a decoy on him. That don't work too much. He got to have an arm with it too. He got to be a threat to pass too. Because if I don't think he is a threat to pass, yeah, I'm throwing a blitz at him. We gonna make sure we watch him to see where he running. I'm gonna change my defense when he come in the game. If he's a threat running, you got to keep him in the game the whole time. So you can have you could keep the defense guessing. And also what's his name? Not what's his name? Jordan Seaton. He said in his press conference after the game they lost, they got to play chess more. He said that, meaning you got to keep the defense guessing. But I heard what Coach Prime said to Staub in the game. He said, "Yo, that man believe in you." He pointed at Seaton. He believe in you. So that might be their guy. So we'll see. But guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for joining the show. I most certainly will be back to talk about Cleveland. I most certainly will, because I told you they're going to lose a game. They didn't lose by that much, but Flacco threw 2 interceptions. Okay? He threw 2 interceptions. And who did Shador go up to? The kicker, after the kicker missed the field goal. Shador went up to him, man, don't worry about that, man. Just brush that off. He being a leader already. They can't even deny him. Unless they self-destructing. I mean, they doing all they can do. Myles Garrett had 2 sacks. Okay? He had 2 sacks in the game. He did all he could do. And Njoku might as well just sat on the bench. They ain't use him at all. Not much. Not much. Okay? And I know this is the first game. I know this is the first game, right? But shout out to Bucky, because he got some. If you go see my message board, you'll see Bucky was at the Jacksonville game and Carolina game. So Bucky on the sidelines, that's a good look, ain't it? I saw Travis. He cut his locks, and all that. He look at them actually making him look like a little kid. He looked. It took years off of him. Even Bucky pointed out, make you look like a little kid, man. But he looked mad young when he cut the hair off. But shout out to Bucky for being on the sidelines, because he got some really good footage that I might want to talk about later. But I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, man. Y'all ain't going to like when I say this. This is where I'm going to lose some subscribers. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. When I saw the Jacksonville game, yo, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not sold on Trevor Lawrence, yo. I think Shador should be there. Now, I know y'all saying, well, how are you going to lose subscribers? Because people going to say I'm just being fake. No, I'm not being fake. I'm not sold on Trevor Lawrence, man. I know, see, y'all going to be like, damn, now he crazy now. Now you going crazy. I'm not going crazy. I would much rather see Shador there. But the only problem is they paid Trevor Lawrence a shitload of money. I don't think he that good, yo. I'm being real with you. He gonna have to show me. But here's the thing, though. I must admit, I haven't watched the NFL in a long time. So maybe he is good. Okay, is he sorry, Mac? Okay, so I'm not stepping my bounds, because I was just waiting for y'all to get on me. Listen, why don't the thing is, they can't trade him. And I'm gonna say this too, and this ain't gonna go over well. Travis, you stuck. Travis, you stuck, yo. You stuck. You know why I say you stuck, Travis? You need to be over there in Houston with that quarterback. That's a quarterback you need, or you need somebody like Shador, or you need to go to Buffalo. You need to go to Buffalo, Travis, with that other quarterback. Remember the other quarterback? Remember when he got drafted, he was talking about like shopping at thrifting and stuff. The funny receiver, he funny as fuck. You need to be up there with them. Okay, you stuck, yo. You stuck. That's the best amount of plays they could call for you, Travis. There's a few 3-yard plays here and there. That's the best they could do, Travis. They're not gonna use him right. And the thing is, he's stuck. I could see that from the first. Well, you know what? Let me just say this. Let me say this. Let me give it 5 weeks. Let me stop, guys. Let me stop. Let me give it. How many weeks we gonna give it? Let's give it 5. Let's give it 5 weeks. Let me give it 5 weeks, because I don't wanna wish that on him. Let's give it 5. It's not Travis' fault. They need to draft up better plays for him. them little 3-yard plays, come on, man. Come on, man. Either that or Trevor Lawrence is booty. One or the other. I'm not sold on Trevor Lawrence, man. He gonna have to show me. So let's give it 5 games. I'm gonna give it 5 games because I tend to be real hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm used to the Shadors. I'm used to the dude up in Buffalo. Quarterbacks like that, man. The quarterback in Baltimore and like that. Trevor, he got a lot of money. And the best thing that happened, you know how they won the game? You know why they won the game, right? It wasn't because of Trevor Lawrence. It was because of the running back, Etienne. That's why they won the game. Etienne. That's the best they had cooking because they weren't getting Travis in the game. And they barely played Travis on defense. I saw that. They barely played him. Barely played him, yo. They need Coach Prime to come to the NFL. That's what they need. They need coach. And you know what I'm saying? I know he's not going to the NFL. He signed a 5-year, I know. But coach, I know he don't want to coach the NFL, but he could if he wanted to. If he wanted to, man. I'm not sold on their quarterback, man. And I already knew, you know why I wasn't sold on him? Remember when him and Travis was working out together? Travis said, "So what you doing, man? Y'all working out tomorrow?" He said, "Oh, no, I'm going to play golf." Ooh, he said he going to Doral or some shit where he was going. I saw it. Bro, I didn't never see Tom Brady playing golf. Tom Brady stayed in that playbook. You know what I'm saying? These kids, man, they I don't know, man. Look, now I'm sounding like Tom now. Now I'm sounding like him, like just kind of but Tom, he was hating on, the quarterbacks that be celebrating. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because everybody do celebrate with their team. He just being a little salty. So I'm sounding like I'm sounding like I'm a little salty with what's his name? Yeah, Travis was okay. Mac, you heard that, right? Travis like golf. Okay, he said, yeah, because Travis was talking about fish, and then he, like, yeah, I fish, but he was talking about working out. Like, when y'all working out again? He said, man, I'm going. He said, working out on a break. I'm going to play golf. What was Shador doing on his break? Shador was sitting there working out. In fact, you know what an NFL player said? He said he may have been overexerting himself because that's how he got. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Some of these NFL players don't work that hard, man. They don't. They happy they got their money and that's it. Yeah, Travis was confused. I thought it was only one, Mac. Yeah, he said golf. Okay. He said, yeah, where was he going? To Doral or where was he going? He was going to one of the famous ones. Pebble Beach. Let me see. Was he going to Pebble Beach? It's Doral, Pebble Beach. I've been to one of them. What's the one in Georgia where they play the Masters at? What's the name of that one? What's the Masters course? It's in Georgia, right? The Masters is in Georgia. Uh, Shit, or South Carolina. I can't remember. But anyway, I think that's where he was going to play at. And he was like, "Okay, you going to play golf? All right, cool." I thought he was going to work out some more. He didn't say that, but I know that was in his mind. But yeah, Travis said he going to play golf. Augusta. I believe that's where he said he was going. Yeah, that's where the Masters is in Augusta. I believe that's where he said he was going. He was going to play some rounds of golf in Augusta. I said, man, please, you ain't win nothing. You ain't win nothing. And you don't deserve all that money. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sold on him, man. I'm not sold on Hulk Hogan, man. I'm not. I'm not sold on Hulk Hogan, man. Yo, Travis, your first game, you would have been cooking if Shador was there. If Shador was a quarterback, you would have been cooking. You would have been cooking. You would have had a crazy game, yo. Crazy. But and you know what Trevor said? Because they in the press conference, they said to him like, um, well, how I heard that they made him look crazy. They said I heard that Travis was super prepared and he ran all his routes well. He did not mess up. He said, yes, that's true. He said, but I have to do a better job getting him the ball. I have to do a better job. I have to do a bit. Yes, he did everything. He was very prepared. He was. And I have to do a better job. I missed a few throws. Yes, you did, sir. You sure did. I missed a few throws, but as it go along, we're gonna develop that continuity. Okay, we're gonna develop that continuity, and we're gonna get him more in the game. But yes, he was super prepared. I knew he's super prepared because he's like a fucking genius. He's like a genius. He had a 4.0 grade point average. He's like a low key savant, low key, low key savant, right? How you do all that and still manage a 4.0? He's like a savant or some shit, right? Like he's a smarty pants. Like he don't, of course he don't master your play, but he's a smarty pants, right? We all know he's a smarty pants. So I knew Travis was gonna master the playbook. He said yes, he mastered the playbook, and um hold on. I am unique. Hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on. Don't laugh. I'm not trying to be funny. This is Trevor talking. He mastered all his routes. He did everything perfect. Yes, he did. I just have to do a better job getting number 12 the ball. And that will come in time. That will come. Okay. No, you're garbage, sir. Okay. You almost got him killed out there. Somebody told me this. I didn't know this. He's the type of quarterback that will leave his receivers out to dry. Guys, you're not lying. He gonna throw anything your way. He don't give a damn if the defender is getting ready to blindside the receiver. He throwing it to you. He throws some dangerous balls. He do. He do. I went back and looked at it. Travis was running crisp routes. He had the playbook down. All right. But that's it. I'll come back on him later. And but shout out to Bucky for getting that footage. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, where's Travis at? I know he in the game. Can you get him the ball, please? Like, where is he? It's almost like Travis went invisible out there. Unless my eyes were tripping. I know he was in the game because he went in motion and all that. But look, I swear to God, guys, after he went in motion, it's like he disappeared. Because I don't know what the fuck Trevor was doing. Okay? I don't know what Trevor was doing, man. But shout out to Travis, right? Because he's politically correct. Because he has to be. Because he a rookie. He don't want to like fuck up the waters. But in year 3, he might get vocal. He said, yes, I just want to. Here go Travis. You know how Travis is well coached. I just want to be in the best position for my team and do what I can for my team to win. If it means pick up only 2 yards per carry, because that's all Trevor's doing for me, I'm just here to be a good team player and do everything for my team. I just want to be a good team. Look, Travis, listen to me. Travis, listen to me. Your quarterback, you don't have Shador no more. You got Trevor. And I know what people are thinking, like, damn, Trevor must be cooking. He getting over 200 and some million guaranteed. He must really be that man. Cause I start looking into him. I'm like, he must be really that dude. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not trying to give me a second. I know y'all like, yo, this dude is off the hook. Hold on, man. What was the Jacksonville Jaguars record last season? And give me a complete breakdown on Trevor Lawrence stats. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what their record was, man. Okay. He was the first Jaguar quarterback to throw for over 3,000 yards in each of his first. Okay. All right. He completed 60.6%. He got hurt. That's what happened. Yeah. He had a shoulder surgery and he ended the season in concussion. Okay. All right. Let me not dog him too much. Um, what was the Jaguars record last season? Yeah, I'm not gonna dog him. He did have that concussion. I forgot about that. 2024 regular season, they had four wins, 13 losses. But you also have to take into account that he got hurt. He got hurt and he had a concussion. So I do have to give him that. He did have a concussion. Um what was their 2023 NFL regular season record? Yeah, I have to give him that because he was hurt. Okay. They were over 500 in 2023. They finished 9-8. Okay, I'm not going to bash him that bad because I do remember he took that hit and that was a dirty hit because the dude didn't have to hit him like that. All right, so let me back off, Trevor. Um, so I'm gonna give him the game 5 and see what happened when he do with Travis because, like he said, he just working Travis in and different things like that. So I'm gonna lay off Trevor. I don't want to sound like no hater, so I'm gonna lay off him. I'm gonna lay off Trevor. Um, oh, he went to East Lake Golf Course. Oh, okay, so yeah, he liked to play golf. Okay, I give him that. Okay, all right. You say if Jay Horn was inactive for game 1, does he still get paid for? Yeah, he's signed a contract. He's not on the practice squad. If he was on the practice squad, he get a little different pay. But no, he's still signed a contract. He's a contract player. Sometimes they'll keep you inactive for a while to get you more acclimated to the system. It could be that's a situation he got going on. But other than that, they could have used him out there because I ain't gonna lie to you. Bryce needed some help. He sure did. The personnel that they have out there wasn't it. It wasn't. But hey, man, NFL is hard. No, he didn't get any PT. He was inactive. Only one that got PT out of everybody was Travis. And Xavier. Wait, Travis. I believe it was Travis and Xavier. Well, hold on, let me see something. Was it Xavier? I know Travis. Did Xavier play? I didn't check. Let me see real quick. Let me see. Arizona Cardinals. They did play. Oh, let me see. Let me see what he did. No, he didn't play. Xavier didn't play. I know I didn't see him. He didn't play in the game for Arizona. Let me see what Spencer Rattler did. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Shador, the Saints need him. The Saints need a quarterback. Let me see what Alvin Kamara did. 11 carries, 45 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna watch the Saints, but it look like they could use Shador's work. I'm not trying to knock Spencer Rattler, but let me see what the Cardinals scored. Kyler Murray did. 21 for 29, 163 yards, 2 TDs. Yeah, he cooked. Marvin Harrison, 5 receptions, 71, 1 touchdown. Yeah, Weaver didn't play in this game. All right. But yeah, Travis got the burn this week. So we'll wait to see what happened next week. But Shador should be getting burned at some point. Shador just on the sidelines, man, like had the cat flip back, just chilling. You know what I mean? He went up to the kicker after the kicker missed the field goal. Like, hey, man, it'll be all right. That's a leader. That's a leader. But we're going to see. But Flacco threw 2 interceptions, man. After that second interception, I'm like, Shador, start warming up, man. That's what I would have did. Shador, start warming up. But anyway, you know, NFL politics, that's how it is. He just got to wait out his time. That's all. But I know a few teams right now that could use his services right now. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I'll be back a little later. Thank you all for joining. And we're going to see. We're definitely going to see what Coach Prime do Friday as far as the starters is concerned. Because remember, they don't have that much time to prepare because they got a Friday game. And then it's a away game. They go into Houston, so they got to get on a flight. So we're going to see what they do. We're going to see how they respond against Houston. Houston should be a good test to see where they're trying to go this season. But all right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.